Batman Arkham City. Now, this game was developed by Rocksteady and released in 2011, and it's been universally loved by everyone. Everyone says it's the greatest Batman game of all time. But, is that true? Well, I'll look at a few categories of the game, and I'll be the judge. Now, if you played this game, what's the first thing your mom races to?
So seductive. I take you to the candy shop.
This game takes place a couple years after the events in Arkham Asylum. Now, in case you didn't play that game, the only thing you really need to know is a thing called Titan. Now, there are plans to build Arkham City, which Bruce Wayne protests about, saying it could potentially lead to prisoners tearing each other apart. But during Bruce's protest, he's kidnapped by some tiger guards and brought into Arkham City, where he escapes and calls for a batsuit. He then finds out the schemes of some of the top villains. We're talking the Joker, the Penguin, so on. But one of the main villains is Hugo Strange, a person who had no role whatsoever in Arkham Asylum. See, he has a plan up his sleeve, something called Protocol 10. Now, Batman, of course, has no idea, so he goes to investigate and find out what Protocol 10 is. But it appears that the Joker is dying from the Titan he took in Arkham Asylum. And, wouldn't you know it, he injects you too. So, you got a handful of things to worry about. You got a bunch of major criminals after you. You got this disease that you need a cure for soon. And you also got Hugo Strange with something called Protocol 10. Now, this story is really in-depth, and you gotta pay attention to the minor things in it, because they really kick in later. Which I really enjoy in this story. Also in this story, there are Catwoman missions that tie into Batman's missions, but I'll be honest, they're nowhere as fun.
Fire tap you!
Arkham City's combat mechanics is quite simplistically an upgraded version of that in Arkham Asylum, which is a really good thing, because it's a really great combat system. But the difference in this is there are more gadgets that are used in combat. You can use the Batclaw, the explosives, anything really, which is awesome. Also with the combat system, there's a thing called Predator, but I prefer calling it Vigilante, where you have to take out armed thugs without them seeing you, otherwise they'll shoot at you, and bullets cause death. Wouldn't you know? Now, the Vigilante part is my personal favorite. It takes real skill and thought, and you can be creative on how you take out your unlucky victims. Along with the regular story, there's also Riddler's Revenge, which is way better than the roller coaster at Six Flags. In Riddler's Revenge, there are a bunch of different modes, mainly revolving around combat maps and vigilante maps, and some that are a mixture of both. Now, this is where the game completes itself, because you get medals on how well you did. On vigilante missions, you have to take out thugs in a special way, and on combat, you have to get to a certain score. And it's just freaking awesome!
Hello, Batman. Do you recognize my voice?
Graphically, this game is very realistic, and also, it's very well done. They took real time, but the graphics obviously look the best on Harley Quinn. Nobody's gonna hear you scream. Another thing this game has going for it is it never glitches. Also, the game sometimes glitches the fuck out. Another plus this game has going for it, it's the voice acting. It's some of the best I've heard in any video game. The voice acting in Arkham Asylum was great, but this just took it to a whole new level. Harley Quinn, Mr. Freeze, Calendar Man even have great voice acting. The Joker's voice acting is arguably the best. Just take a listen to him.
Mischief, and that's all. A world where the only person you need to answer to is yours truly.
Now, the Joker is voiced by Mark Hamill, who is most well known for his role as Luke Skywalker in the Star Wars movies. Because, you know, the first thing I think of when I see a lightsaber-wielding Jedi is a mentally unstable, deranged, makeup-wearing criminal.
Oh no! Where have they gone?
Now, after you beat the main story mode, there's a lot of other stuff you can do. For example, 1, you can find someone who's been stealing faces. 2, you can go to Calendar Man on holidays. You can also help Mr. Freeze find Nora Freeze. You can save political prisoners and other not too important missions. Oh, that's right, I'm missing one. You can find over 400 Riddler trophy and riddles.
Just some numbers.
That's a good time. So apparently the Riddler was pretty pissed off that you could find all the trophies in Arkham Asylum pretty easily. So he stepped up his game and doubled that. So now there are 400. All the trophies have their own unique and challenging puzzle. But instead of finding Riddler maps, you interrogate people who know about the Riddler, which seems a little more realistic. So why does Batman need to find them all? Well, this time around, there are people's lives at stake. There are also 2 DLCs which can be purchased on XBLA, Nightwing and Robin. Both of these characters are fun in their own individual way. Both use different fighting styles and they're a great change-up from Batman and Catwoman. And this game does Robin nothing but good. Makes him look way better than it did in Batman Forever and Batman and Robin. And then there's Nightwing. Now Nightwing is my favorite character in this freaking game. He looks intense and his moves are amazing. Now, he may not talk or say anything, but don't let that fool you. He is awesome. Unlike most people, I actually knew who he was. And for those of you who don't, he's just an older version of Robin. Nightwing for the win. The only drawback I had with these 2 characters is they're only available in Riddler's Revenge. And that's kind of disappointing because while I see Nightwing couldn't be in it because Robin hadn't moved on from being Batman's sidekick, I think Robin would have been a better playable character than Catwoman. But I see that as potential for the next game. And Robin is in the story for about, I'd say, 5 seconds. Which is, again, disappointing. But at least they're there and at least you can play it. So when you've gone through all the trouble of getting the antidote, but the Joker stole it. But wait, something's not right here. Batman's having a look back at his past encounters with the Joker and realizes something's up. Well, what could it be? Oh, I think I get it now. Yeah, I got it. Yes! Joker is no longer immortal. Clayface is defeated. Yes! Looks like everything went as expected. Alright, now, time to drink this antidote. But wait. Yeah, I'll give it to Joker. Why not? You feel good about what you just did there? Yeah, you hurt me. You made me drop the antidote. Yeah. That's a taste in there, buddy. You getting any? No? Fuck you, I'm gonna let you die. And alas, after everything that had partaken in the history of Joker and Batman, Joker wound up dead, the hero on top. But that was not the end of Arkham City for Batman, for he went back to solve the rest of the crimes and handle everything. Batman Arkham City is a great experience. It's one of the best games in my opinion for the Xbox. Now, with that in mind, I give that my rating of buy it. Everybody dance and everybody say By it means this game is definitely worth the money and has great replay value. Everything is great in this game, and in my opinion, it's one of the best Xbox 360 games there is to date. That's about it, I guess. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Hey, thanks for watching my video. I hope you like it because it was a video, not a book. If you liked it, you can hit subscribe, and if you feel like it, you can hit the thumbs up button. I might I don't know where I'm going with this. But if you'll excuse me, I have some fun with Harley Quinn to go do. Nightwing for the win.